Hello guys, I hope you guys are doing great, and today I'm sharing this chocolate cake recipe with you. And guess what? It doesn't require eggs. You heard me right. It's a gem for those who are allergic to eggs, such as myself, and you guys are seriously going to love me for this. So let's just get started.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
So for the whipped chocolate ganache, I'll pour the hot cream all over the chocolate. I'm just gonna heat the cream just so that it's hot enough to melt the chocolate, and I'm gonna make sure all the chocolate bits are covered by it, and then I'll leave it for around 15 minutes or something for the chocolate to melt. Now that the chocolate has completely melted, I'm going to whisk it till my ganache is smooth and shiny. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I just love this process, I just love looking at it.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
Now I'll allow it to chill in the refrigerator, and until then I'll start preparing the cake layers. In a bowl, I'll add some oil and sugar and mix till it's well combined. And I'm using coconut oil for this. And I get it, some people do not like the combination of coconut and chocolate, but that's okay. You can use canola oil or any other flavorless oils.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do. Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
It's not for me to say.
Now I'll add the milk into this and mix till all the sugar has dissolved. And at this point, you can go ahead use any alternative like soy milk, coconut milk, almond milk. It works perfectly, and also add vinegar to this.
Brothers, boo, you know how we do.
It's
Now I'll prepare the dry ingredients, and I have already sifted them to avoid any lumps. And meanwhile, why don't you subscribe to my channel? If you haven't, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I want 40 likes on this one, please.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
Now I'll incorporate my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients gradually and mix it gently. And I know I emphasize a lot on this process because your mixing technique will decide the texture of your cake. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube telling, oh please don't overmix the batter, but what they don't tell you is that you can use the best ingredients you have in your hand and to make a moist cake. But if your technique is poor, you're going to end up with a rubbery dense cake. So I always tell everyone to mix it with a gentle hand. I dissolved some instant coffee in the boiling water, and the brand I just showed you a few seconds ago, I personally use this brand and I absolutely love it. The hot water is going to bloom the cocoa powder, enhancing the taste of it, and you know the coffee also enhances the taste of chocolate, so you can imagine this cake is going to be a total showstopper.
It's not for me to say.
The batter is ready and I have already lined and floured two 8-inch pans, and I'm going to pour the batter evenly. You can use a kitchen scale if you want to.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know.
Don't forget to give it a shake and a tap, and these are going into the oven for 20 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius.
It's not for
I'll take a knife and run it around the edges, and since this cake doesn't have eggs, so this cake is going to be really fragile because the eggs, they keep the whole cake together from falling apart. And so try not to handle this cake a lot because it's fragile, and don't handle it when it's hot. And the top of this cake is flat, so I don't think you need to even out the top, and I'll just suggest to refrigerate it before frosting it.
me to say.
Okay, so do you guys remember the ganache in the fridge? And now is the best time to take it out and start whipping it till it becomes easy to frost. And as I've mentioned before, this cake is very fragile. I wouldn't suggest using a thick and sturdy icing for this, like an American buttercream. A whipped ganache is perfect for this. Now I'm going to frost my layers and cover the whole cake with it. And we aren't making any novelty cakes today, so you can use your imagination. You can go maybe for a rustic look, a naked cake, but I believe a rustic look is a very forgiving for these kind of cakes.
It's not for me to say. You love.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
It's
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
It's not for me to say.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do. Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
It's not for me to say. You love. It's not for me to say. You love.
Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do.
Now I'll sift some cocoa powder on the top of the cake and cover it completely. I took a heart-shaped cookie cutter and kind of imprinted the shape on the surface, and then I'll make the arrow type of shapes with the pointed edge of the cutter. to do is to take a slice and dig in, and I'll show you guys the texture. You can hardly tell that there are no eggs in this cake. Can you imagine that? And I know my hand shakes a lot, please ignore that. And this cake is perfect for those with egg allergies or for those who generally avoid eggs. Or maybe you don't have eggs at your home and you just want a good piece of cake. And I hope you guys liked my video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down if you want more eggless recipes, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.